And today I'm bringing you a deck profile. In fact, this is my first deck that I built as soon as I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And I wasn't so happy with it in the beginning, but I've been working on it, and thanks to the new April 2015 ban list, this deck is just so powerful, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. It's the Six Samurai deck. It's all about overwhelming your opponent and swarming the field. So let me show you what we have. For monsters, I have 3 Kagemushas. This is your tuner card. You gotta have your tuner card because this whole deck here depends on a certain synchro card, as well as a few other synchros. I also have 3 legendary Six Samurai Kageki. The reason why I have 3 is because with him, I can summon my boss monster, along with Kagemusha. And when I summon him, I can special summon another level 4 or lower monster, bam, onto the field. Oh, I can't wait to show you guys the boss monster. You guys probably already know, but I'm showing you anyway. Alright, I also have 2 legendary Six Samurai Kizans. Now, if I could, I would get a third one, but unfortunately, I don't have a third one. But he's really good because he has 1800 attack, adds another 300 if you have 2 or more other Six Samurais on the field, and you can special summon him if you have another Six Samurai on the field. In fact, you can do the same with Grandmaster of the Six Samurai, and he's a little bit stronger because he doesn't need any other cards to get up to 2100. So that's one reason I like him. And then I have 2 Yarizas. He only has 1000 attack, that's fine, but his key is if you have another Six Samurai on the field, you can attack your opponent directly, which works great if you can boost up his attack power with another spell or trap card. I have 1 Kamon. His trick is he can attack, instead of attacking, he can destroy a face-up spell or trap card on the field. So that comes in handy. I have 2 Yaichis. He attacks set spell and trap cards, and I find him a tad more useful than Kamon is. I have 1 Zanji. His effect is he can destroy any face-up monster with an attack. He'll still take battle damage if it's higher, but the opposing card is still destroyed. And then I have 2 Iros. His effect is if there's another Six Samurai on the field, it will destroy any set monster on the field before battle damage. And then, of course, I have Elder of the Six Samurai as kind of a way of adding a little extra fluff to the field. I use him for mostly trying to work with Kagemusha here, but he's not the most necessary. In fact, I'd easily trade him for another Kizan in the deck. So those are my main monsters. Let me show you my spell cards. I have 3 Xian Smoke Signals. Add a level 3 or lower monster from your deck to your hand. You gotta do a lot of searching with this deck, and this card comes in real handy for it, as does Reinforcement of the Army. It works the same, but with level 4 or lower. So there's a lot of searching going on in this. I also have 3 Six Samurai United. Every time you summon or special summon a Six Samurai, you add 1 counter to this, maximum of 2, and then you can discard this card to your graveyard and draw that many cards. It works great if you can get 2 or 3 out on the field at once. Oh, it's just overwhelming. I have so many people who hate seeing that combo. I also have 3 the A-Forces. Every spellcaster and warrior type monster you have on the field all your warriors gain an extra 200 attack points. So that's good for getting up to 1,000, and of course these stack, so it can get up to 2,000 or 3,000, depending on how many of these you have out at once. I also have 2 Mystical Space Typhoons for taking care of those pesky traps, field cards, etc. 2 Dark Holes, because let's get rid of those monsters, and a Lightning Vortex for doing the exact same thing. Next, I'm going to show you my trap cards. We have 2 double-edged sword techniques. The key for this is to pull out any 2 monsters in your graveyard and special summon them. And then I usually like to pull out a Kagamusha and one other, let's see, usually any level 3 monster will do. And I'll use them to summon my boss monster. And then, if for some reason you can't put it back into the, put them right back into the graveyard, you will take damage based on how many attack points that you have with those 2 monsters by the end of the turn. So it's usually, if you're going to use these, make sure you're getting out one of your synchros. I also have Fetus Chain for stopping effects, and of course attacks. Shadow Spell for weakening monsters and stopping more attacks. Sakaretsu Armor for destroying pesky monsters on the opponent's side. And Magic Cylinder as a surprise attack. As you can tell, I'm a little bit of a defensive player. For Xyz monsters, I only have 1. I have Shadow of the Sixth Samurai, Shien. He has a really good effect that not a lot of people know about. So let me share that with you. Let's say, let's say I got these 2 babies attached. What I'll do, and then let's also say Kageki. Gotta have Kageki out. He's the key for this. What I'll do is I will discard these 2. He will get 2,000 attack. And then his effect is if there's another 6 samurai on the field, he gets another 15, so he comes all the way up to 35. It's beautiful. I love seeing people cry when I do that technique. Alright, let me show you the synchros, because this deck is about synchroing. I have 1 Goyo Guardian. Once he destroys a monster, they are special summoned in defense position on your side of the field. I have Colossal Fighter, 100 bonus attack points for every warrior in your graveyard. I also have Lightning Warrior. His trick is when he destroys another monster, count the number of cards that your opponent has in their hand, multiply it by 300, and that is the damage that they will take to their life points, in addition to whatever would normally be done here. And I have Ally of Justice Castador. If he attacks a non-dark monster, it's destroyed automatically. There's no damage calculation or anything, so he's really good if you're going up against an opponent who's not using dark monsters, but they're still really, really strong and overwhelming. So this is a good one. And of course, my boss monster. Thanks to the April 2015 ban list, we can now have 2 legendary 6 Samurai Shiens. His effect, which is the only one that really matters for him, is he can negate any spell or trap card once per turn. And I love it so much, because if somebody's like, oh, Dark Hole, oh, Magic Cylinder, oh, this, that, whatever. No! Negate! Done! Discard! That's it! Oh. And if you can get 2 on the field, oh, that's even better. Plus 2,500 damage. How do you go wrong with that? So that, ladies and gentlemen, is my 6 Samurai deck. Let me know what you all think. I personally love this deck a lot. It's not the greatest in the world, I will acknowledge that, but it has come very far in some local tournaments, and I'm very, very satisfied with this deck. So let me know what you guys think of this deck. Try it out for yourself on DevPro or whatever. Or if you can get all these cards, try it out yourself. It's great. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you can, check out my shop on TCG Player. Cards OT Round. See if there are any cards on there you like. And be sure to subscribe, like this video, and tell all your friends. And I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye! Fear me.